Let me ask you something most families aren't prepared to answer. If the power went out tonight, in the middle of winter, and didn't come back for 3 days, what would your family actually eat? Not what's in your fridge. Not what's in your freezer. Because when winter blackouts hit, that food becomes useless fast. Within 24 hours, refrigerated food starts to spoil. Frozen food becomes a risk. And grocery stores don't stay open long. This isn't about panic. It's about being realistic. You don't need a bunker. You don't need expensive survival kits. You need a small number of specific foods that keep your family fed, warm, and functioning when the power is gone. And today I'm going to show you only 5 winter foods you should stockpile before the next blackout. Cheap, shelf-stable foods that actually work. If you care about protecting your family, don't skip this. Item number 1, rice. Let's start with the most important food in your entire winter stockpile. Rice. It's not exciting. Doesn't feel survival-ish. And that's exactly why most families don't store enough of it. But here's the reality. Rice feeds more people during crises than almost any other food on Earth. And in a winter blackout, it becomes one of the most reliable ways to keep calories going into your body when everything else fails. Why rice is critical in winter? Cold weather burns calories faster. Your body needs fuel just to stay warm. Rice delivers that fuel cheaply, consistently, and predictably. Calories. Approximately 1,600 calories per pound cost, often 70 cents $1 per pound in bulk. Shelf life. 25 to 30 years when stored properly. That's not prepper hype. That's basic food math. Most people make one big mistake here. They assume the rice they casually buy for dinner is enough. It's not. A few small bags won't carry a family through even a short blackout. White rice versus brown rice important. This matters more than most people realize. White rice. Shelf life 25 plus years. Brown rice. Shelf life 6 to 12 months. Brown rice has oils that go rancid. White rice does not. For emergency storage, white rice wins every time. How much rice you actually need? Let's be realistic. For a family of 4, minimum winter blackout buffer. 20 to 25 pounds serious preparedness. 50 pounds. That's not a lifetime supply. It's just enough to keep calories stable for a few weeks if stores are inaccessible. And here says the good news. 50 pounds of rice can often be found for under $40, $45 when bought in bulk. Storage requirements do this right. Rice is easy to store, but only if you protect it from moisture, oxygen, pests. Best method. Food-grade bucket Mylar bag oxygen absorbers. Cool, dark place do that, and your rice outlives most emergency plans. How to cook rice during a blackout? Another myth. Rice needs too much fuel. Not if you prepare it correctly. Winter blackout methods: small gas or butane stove, camping stove, rocket stove, thermal cooking boil. Then insulate. Pro tip most people don't know. Soak rice for 30 to 60 minutes before cooking. It cuts fuel use almost in half. Why rice comes first? Rice is cheap, calorie dense, flexible, familiar, kids will eat it, and most importantly, it pairs with almost everything else you'll stockpile next. Which brings us to the second food. The one that turns rice from filler into a complete survival meal. Item number 2. Dry beans and lentils. Rice keeps you alive, but beans and lentils keep you functional. This is where most beginner preppers mess up. They stock calories but forget protein. And in cold weather, that mistake shows up fast. Weakness, low energy, irritability, and poor decision-making. Dry beans and lentils quietly solve that problem. Why beans and lentils matter in winter? When temperatures drop, your body needs more than just calories. It needs protein to maintain muscle, immune function, and body heat. Beans and lentils provide protein, complex carbohydrates, fiber, key minerals like iron and magnesium, and when combined with rice, they form a complete protein, something your body actually needs during stress. That's why this combo has sustained people through wars, famines, and blackouts worldwide. Nutrition and cost breakdown. Let's talk numbers. Calories. Approximately 1,500 calories per pound protein. 70 to 100 grams per pound varies by type. Cost. Often $1, $1.50 per pound. Dry shelf life. Beans. 10 to 20 years. Properly stored lentils. 10 plus years. That's an incredible return for the money. A single pot of rice and beans can feed a family for pennies per serving. Exactly what you want when income is tight or stores are closed. Beans versus lentils, important difference. Here's insider prepper knowledge most people miss. Dry beans, cheaper, longer cooking time, need soaking. Lentils cook much faster, often don't need soaking. Use significantly less fuel in a winter blackout. Fuel matters. That's why experienced preppers keep both. Fuel-saving cooking tips critical. Most people waste fuel cooking beans. Do this instead. Soak beans overnight or at least 8 hours. Discard soak water. Bring to a boil for 10 minutes. Wrap the pot in towels or insulation. Let it finish cooking passively. This method can reduce fuel use by 50 to 70%. Lentils, even better. Many cook fully in 15 to 20 minutes. How much to store for a family of 4? Minimum, 15 to 20 pounds combined. Strong buffer, 30 to 40 pounds. You don't need variety overload. The few types stored correctly beat dozens of bags thrown in a pantry. Storage rules: don't skip this. Keep dry, keep oxygen out, protect from pests. Just like rice, Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers, food-grade buckets. Done right, these foods will still be edible long after most people are scrambling. Why this item is non-negotiable: rice plus beans isn't boring food. It's survival math. Cheap, reliable, scalable, familiar. And once you add the next item, simple meal becomes powerful enough to carry you through cold days without burning through your supplies too fast. Item number 3, cooking oil. This is where a lot of otherwise well-prepared pantries quietly fail. You can have rice, you can have beans, but without fat, your body struggles, especially in winter. Cooking oil isn't just an ingredient. It's a force multiplier. Why fat is critical in cold weather. When temperatures drop, your body burns calories just to stay warm. Fat provides more energy per gram than any other macronutrient. Here's the key number most people don't know. 1 tablespoon of oil equals approximately 120 calories. That's pure, dense energy. Add just 2 tablespoons of oil to a bowl of rice and beans and you've instantly added 240 calories without increasing cooking time, storage space, or effort. That's huge in a blackout scenario. Nutrition and cost breakdown. Calories. Approximately 4,000 calories per pound cost. Vegetable oil. Often $3, $5 per gallon. Olive oil. Higher cost, better nutrition, shelf life. Vegetable oil. 1 to 2 years. Unopened olive oil. 18 to 24 months. Cool, dark storage. That calorie density is unmatched. No other affordable food gives you that much energy in such a small volume. Which oils work best for storage? Keep this simple. It's budget options. Vegetable oil, canola oil, better nutrition, rotate more often. Olive oil, avoid fancy infused oils. Oils in clear bottles exposed to light. Very small containers, too much packaging waste. Pro tip: buy medium-sized bottles, not massive jugs. If one goes bad, you don't lose everything. How much oil do you actually need for a family of 4? Minimum winter buffer: 1 gallon. Better preparedness: 2 to 3 gallons. That might sound like a lot until you realize how quickly calories disappear in cold weather. Oil stretches every other food you've stored. Storage rules: this matters. Oil fails for one reason: heat and light. Do this: store in a cool, dark place. Keep bottles sealed until needed. Rotate yearly. Use oldest first. If oil smells rancid, don't use it. Rotation is part of preparedness, not a failure. How oil saves fuel. Here's something most people miss. Higher fat meals keep you full longer. That means fewer meals per day, less cooking, less fuel burned in a winter blackout. That matters. Why this item is non-optional without fat. You feel colder, you feel weaker, you burn through food faster with it. Simple meals become sustaining. Morale improves, calories last longer. Rice plus beans plus oil isn't boring. It's one of the most efficient survival meals ever designed. And now, we move to the next item, the one that gives you protein without cooking at all. Item number 4. Canned meat. There's one hard truth about winter blackouts that most people underestimate. Cooking gets exhausting fast. Fuel runs low. Water takes longer to heat. Temperatures are cold. Morale drops. That's why canned meat matters. Why canned meat is critical in winter. Canned meat gives you protein, fat, and salt with zero cooking. You open it, you eat it. That's it. In a cold blackout, that simplicity is powerful. Best options: canned tuna, canned chicken, Spam, or similar luncheon meat. Canned sardines. These foods work when your tired fuel is limited, you don't want to cook, you need fast calories, nutrition, and shelf life. Protein. 20 to 30 grams per can varies calories, 150 to 350 per can. Shelf life. 3 to 5 years, often longer if undamaged. They are not meant to replace your entire diet, but they bridge gaps when cooking isn't practical. Why salt and fat matter? Winter emergencies increase sweat loss under layers and dehydration risk. Salt helps maintain balance, while fat provides warmth and energy. This is why low-sodium emergency food is often a mistake. In a blackout, normal sodium is your friend. Cost reality. Tuna. Often $1, $1.50 per can chicken, $2, $3 per can Spam luncheon meat, $3 per can for a family of 4. Aim for 20 to 30 cans total. That's not overkill. That's flexibility. Storage tips: store and cool. Dry conditions: avoid dented or bulging cans, rotate every few years. Canned meat is insurance, not daily food. And now we move to the final item, one that works when nothing else does. Item number 5. Oats. If everything goes wrong, no power, low fuel, limited water, oats still work. That's why they're on this list. Why oats are a winter survival staple. Oats provide slow-burning carbohydrates, fiber for digestion. Familiar comfort food, especially for kids, and unlike rice or beans, oats can be eaten hot or cold. That flexibility is rare. Nutrition and cost. Calories: approximately 1,800 per pound. Cost: $1, $1.50 per pound. In bulk. Shelf life: rolled oats, 5 to 10 years. Proper storage: steel-cut oats last longer, but require more cooking. Emergencies: rolled oats are better. No cook option important. Here's a trick many people don't know. You can cold soak oats. Add water. Wait 20 to 30 minutes. Eat. No fuel, no heat, no power. In winter blackouts, that matters more than taste. How much to store for a family of 4? Minimum 10 to 15 pounds. Better buffer 20 pounds. They're compact, cheap, and easy to rotate. Storage rules: protect from moisture. Store in sealed containers. Use Mylar plus oxygen absorbers for long-term. Oats attract pests if stored loosely. Seal them properly. Why oats finish the list? Rice feeds you. Beans strengthen you. Oil fuels you. Canned meat saves effort. Oats give flexibility. That's the full system. Here's the mistake most families make. They think preparedness requires one big, expensive shopping trip. It doesn't. You don't need to buy everything today. You just need to start correctly. Step 1. Build a simple 30-day buffer. Focus on covering calories first, then protein, then comfort. A realistic starter plan: 20 pounds rice, 10 pounds beans or lentils, 1 gallon cooking oil, 10 cans of meat, 5 pounds oats. That alone can keep a family eating through a short winter blackout without stress. Step 2. Use the weekly add-on strategy instead of spending hundreds at once. Add 1 to 2 items per grocery trip. Buy in bulk. When prices dip, rotate through normal meals. Preparedness should blend into your regular life, not sit untouched. Step 3. Storage for real homes. You don't need a basement. Smart storage spots: under beds, closet floors, behind couches, inside storage ottomans. Keep food off the floor, away from heat, away from light. Label everything with dates. Use the oldest first. Step 4. Rotation is not optional. Food storage fails when people forget it exists. Use this rule: store what you eat, what you store. If your family hates lentils, don't stock 40 pounds of them. Choose foods you already know how to cook. Common mistakes to avoid: relying only on frozen food, ignoring cooking fuel. Buying brown rice for long-term storage, stockpiling without water, waiting for later, which usually comes after the blackout starts. Here's what matters most. You don't prepare because you expect disaster. You prepare because winter doesn't care if you're ready. When the power goes out, most people panic. They rush. They waste food. Make bad decisions. But you won't, because you planned ahead. With just 5 simple foods, you've built a system. Cheap, scalable, realistic, proven. You're now ahead of the majority of households. Not because you're extreme, but because you're practical. If this video helped you, do 3 things. Subscribe. This channel is about smart preparedness. Comment below. Which of these foods do you already have? Share this video with someone you care about before winter tests them. Preparation isn't about fear. It's about responsibility, and the best time to prepare is before the lights go out.